Well, Patty, you don't look like Mark. I know you're on mute, but
No, I'm not. No, it's the middle of the morning. Can't you tell? I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
is it the middle of the morning?
Technically, it's still the middle of the night, but we're working on it.
What are you, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or?
Uh-oh, we got a fire alarm or something going off here.
Oh, I hear it. Yeah.
Well, that was obnoxious. What was
Yeah,
that?
just my lighting here. Hold on. You know, when you get to be over a certain age, low light's your friend. There's a huge glare on that picture. Hey, Michelle.
If you want to switch to me.
Well, is your place burning down?
No, somebody hit the danger button in the back, so I had to go check.
Uh-oh.
Patty, can you hear me?
Yeah,
You guys can hear me? Okay.
Yeah, can you hear us?
can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with the camera for a minute. Don't get seasick. I gotta have puppy dogs in here, so.
I know. I'm sad we can't see them in person.
I'll bring them down to your office.
Yeah, when I get back there, that'd be great. I'm on a vacation quarantine right now.
Ha.
How many people are gonna be in this? Do we
Oh,
know?
we have 3 council members who are on the committee and usually a couple others attend. Then you guys, that's probably about it. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 12 people, maybe
Oof.
13. Do you have to say something? Are you speaking tonight?
Yes.
Oh, it'll be fine. You're among friends.
Judgy friends.
We don't judge.
I'm a fierce questionnaire. Hey, Florida.
Hey, what's up?
You don't look at all like Mark Cooey.
I know, that's what I said earlier. And then there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them, yeah, the twins.
Oh, Patty, you're in the conference room. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, and I'm Mark Cooey too.
I see that. Yes.
You want me to go in and change that?
Hey. Only if you want to.
I don't even know how to. Let's see.
Oh, I see. It took it because we used my calendar,
Yeah.
Bonnie, to link. Did they tell you?
Yeah,
Actually, it's good that you know I'm everywhere.
I think you can go to participants and then you click on well, we'll have to figure out which one's which though. That's the thing. And you can actually change it over on the participant list, the name, but I think you're fine.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Well,
I think we're all smart enough, hopefully, to realize that,
See Bonnie, look,
Oh, which one is, who's that?
that's Iggy.
Iggy? Oh.
Right,
Squish his
bud?
face.
Hi, everybody. I figured out my Zoom,
I like it. Are you home?
kind of. I'm
Oh,
in
wait, you're-
Arizona.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're traveling.
I was
Nice.
just there. It was great. The sky's blue and you get to wear a t-shirt.
I put on my collared shirt just for the record, just for the,
What
Just
part
so
of,
you look official.
what part of
Correct.
Arizona are you at?
Scottsdale.
Okay.
Some great restaurants. Wear your mask.
Yes. Yes, mother.
That's right, son. Hey, Shannon. Wait a minute. That's not Mark Cooey. Who? Wait a minute.
That's-
I just realized you've got a, yeah, who are you?
Twins.
That's pretty good.
What was the temperature in Florida every day? 75?
80. 80 and sunny.
Sorry to
Two
hear
walls, you know, just came through, and then that was it.
that.
It was pretty wonderful.
Yeah, it was horrible to see those pictures. I could see the suffering that you and
You know,
Scott.
if someone has to suffer, I'm happy to take it for the team. I tell you,
Mhm.
the suffering's been back here at home, having to quarantine for the week. We just had our COVID tests today. We had one on Monday so we can watch our granddaughter on Wednesday, which was negative, and then we had one today so we could come back to work on Monday. So this has been a rough week just trying to work from home.
Wow, I bet.
Mhm.
How old's your granddaughter now?
Almost a year and a half.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's hilarious. Yeah.
Isn't that a wonderful?
Oh, it's the best ever.
Mine came over today and he never ceases to amaze me.
Mhm.
So I had a bookmarker that said READ. And he says, Grandma, why does that paper say read?
Oh, wow.
And I said, because you're supposed to put it inside the books that you read to remember where you left off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is he 3? Is he 3 yet?
Three.
3. Wow.
Yeah, he's 3.
Awesome.
He wants to read so bad. He's doing really well.
Good.
Yeah. Okay,
They're fun.
4 o'clock.
Yep. You guys have a great meeting.
Thank you. See you
Thank
later.
you. All right. We'll see you later.
I think we're all here. Awesome, awesome. If I could get someone to approve or a motion to approve the minutes, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we all approve. Here, it's passed. And looks like a short agenda, but it looks like we've got some fun things going on with introduction to our canine team. Take her away.
Good evening, everybody, or morning, depending on whether your point of view. I'm going to introduce you to both of our new canines. My name's Master Sergeant Patty Richards, for those that don't know me. And I am in charge of the canine program for now. I've got 2 brand new canines and handlers that we've picked up and trained in the last year. And the first one I'm going to introduce is Master Police Officer Mark Hake. He's been with Des Moines for just over 2 years and has a total of 18 years of law enforcement experience. And I'll move the camera so don't get seasick on me so you can see the dog and see Mark and what he's explaining.
Hello, can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Great, thank you for allowing me to present my partner to you. This is Canine Iggy. Just real quick about myself, as Patty had mentioned, I've been in law enforcement for 18 years. I got my canine certification back in 2006. And since then I've worked dual purpose dogs, being patrol and narcotics. I've also worked a explosive detection dog over in Iraq, and now a single purpose drug dog here for Des Moines. Sit, good boy. So Iggy actually took a moment to write a little bio about himself, which I'm going to read to you. My name is Iggy, and I'm a police canine officer with the Des Moines Police Department. I'm a Dutch Shepherd Malinois mix, born on November 8th, 2019, and weighs 75 pounds. Good boy, Shay. I was rescued from an Arizona shelter and was a lucky pup when I was accepted into Canine Officer School. I passed all my training and became a certified and accredited police canine officer in 2020. I spend my days working beside my best friend and handler, Officer Hake. My job is to use my nose to play a game called Find It to search for illegal drugs. I'm rewarded for my find with my Kong, which is on a rope, and I love to play tug of war. I love my Kong. I understand commands in both English and German. And when I'm not working, I live with my handler, where I get lots of playtime. My favorite things to do are walks in the park, playing tug of war, chewing on bones, and of course, belly rubs. I also like licking faces and sleeping in my handler's bed. Allow me to introduce Canine Iggy.
What a cutie.
Yes.
How old again?
He is 16 months old now. He first went through training when he was 12 months, and he still has a lot of pup in him.
Does he have a couple success stories?
We have been out on the streets. He's found some illegal narcotics in some vehicles. And we're also assigned to the Special Investigations Unit with Sergeant Dave Moore.
Are other cities using his services as well?
Yes, we've had a couple of requests for outside agency assists from State Patrol over to Auburn so far.
Great.
Nice.
Any other
thank you.
questions?
Thank you. Wow.
A little bit about his training. He received 200 hours of core block instruction, and during that time had probably over 650 finds that were blind, meaning that neither myself nor the canine knew where these aids were hidden. They were hidden by a master instructor. So we're glad to be out on the streets and looking for drugs in our community.
How many other trainings or hours of trainings will he go through?
Industry standard is about 16 hours of training per month. Obviously, the more the better, but a key thing that I typically do is to keep the dog going. I'll drop aids throughout my shift, and I'll let him out of the car, and all of a sudden he's going to the bathroom, but then finds dope. So he gets rewarded and gets to play tug of war real fast, and then we're back on the road again. And that way he keeps thinking, or is under the impression he can find narcotics anywhere.
Anywhere, anytime. Nice.
Exactly.
Nice. Very good. Well, any other questions, council members?
Nope.
No? Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Okay, and I'll switch over to Canine Ranger. He should be coming around the corner. We actually don't mix the two dogs right now. They're both still young, and we want them still thinking the police department is kind of their home. So Iggy in particular is a little protective of it, of other dogs. So let me get Canine Ranger set up and I'll be right back.
Thank you. Aye, that was bad. So where's the chief? Chief, or rather, Mark, do we have any updates on the, I know we're not there, but any updates on the brake line incidents?
Mark, would you like to speak to that?
We don't have anybody in custody. I think we mentioned that we have a person of interest. Not a lot more than that I could share. Yeah, and I think I might have mentioned to, maybe it's a couple of folks that are on this group, that we're still working on a search warrant. So detectives are working on it. We do not have anybody in custody.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, are we back, Patty?
We are back and we have puppy dog number 2. So I'll
All right.
introduce you to MPO Doug Weeble. He's been with Des Moines Police for 4.5 years and has a total of 7.5 years of law enforcement experience. And he is Canine Rangers handler. I'll move the camera again, no seasick.
How's it going?
Good, how are
My name
you?
is Doug Weeble. I'm with the Des Moines Police Department. Been here for 4.5 years. This is the star of the show, Ranger. He's 3 years old on the 15th of March. So there's a birthday coming up. He specializes in tracking people that commit serious crimes, evidence indication. So if somebody drops a gun or something like that, he'd be able to find that. But he's here to protect officers and citizens of Des Moines.
So you
Does
said,
anybody have any questions?
yeah, that was pretty fast. Evidence investigation, and I'm sorry, what else did you say? He's,
So evidence indication, so if there's a gun that was disposed of or something like that, when somebody's running from a serious crime, he would be able to locate that. He tracks criminals, so if somebody burglarized a business or something like that and they left on foot, Ranger has the skill set to track them and bring them to justice.
Is his services used by other cities as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So down in the valley, especially, it just depends on who's on duty at the time. But if Ranger isn't available, Kent will assist Des Moines, and likewise, if Des Moines if Kent needs a dog, or Tukwila needs a dog for a serious crime that happened in their city, they would utilize Ranger.
so
What's he-
officer, oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No,
What's he doing his off time?
Oh, he's just like a normal dog. I have 2 dogs at home. He gets along with them. He likes to fetch just like all other dogs, and belly rubs and everything else.
so my question was gonna be, are both of these canines on 24/7? Which means you're both on 24/7?
So we were assigned to a patrol team. So we were 3 on 3 off, 12-hour shifts. As of right now, we work opposites. So Officer Hake is on the days, I'm working nights. And then in April we switch, and we do that for a few months, and we kind of switch back and forth. So there'll be a nice mix of them being available in the morning and at night, and any gaps in between, the other Valley dogs will assist the Des Moines Police Department.
Oh, okay, great.
So typically in the Valley, there's several dogs on. So whether Renton might have one on, Auburn might have one on, Des Moines might have one on, and then they kind of flip flop.
Okay, City Manager Matthias?
Thank you. Just 2 comments. I know one thing about Officer Weeble and one thing about the dog. So all I can say is that when I did the ride along back a while ago with Officer Weeble, he is intrepid car theft investigator. Absolutely intrepid. I don't know, he was checking plates everywhere. It was amazing. And it's great that he's moved on with the dog. And the other thing that's really interesting is, and Doug, you can explain this a little bit if I'm incorrect here, but typically the way this works is the dogs are on very set schedules relative to their shifts. And there's a specific time frame where they have to eat, and then they need a certain amount of time to digest before they can go out on the street and everything. Could you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. So I feed them 2 hours before the shift. So if we start at 6, I'll feed them at 4, and that's a hard line of whether he will be able to be used or not. The reason is for that is these dogs, their stomachs can flip on themselves and they can die. So if it happens, when their stomachs are full and they have physical activity, they'll have their stomachs flip on them and they can end up dying from that. So there's a procedure to help fix that, but only really utilized if dogs are already going under for another surgery. It's kind of one of those additional type things. So
You mean literally flip?
yeah, so their stomachs are kind of just free flowing in there,
Oh.
and if they have physical activity and there's substance in their stomachs, just think of it rocking on itself and tying itself up.
Wow.
So they'll start to dry heave and kind of show some signs of distress. And if you don't get them to the vet within probably an hour, they're not looking too good.
Wow. Councilmember Martinelli?
Thank you. Just a quick question. I know not long ago he had a different handler. I was wondering how that transition has gone from having a new handler and how he's taken it.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great. We have all our routines that we do. I mean, we work on training things that would help in the real world tracks and evidence indication. And if you saw him do some evidence, actually, I invite you to come see some evidence indication type stuff. And it's like a kid in a play gym. It's just, they absolutely love what they do. I mean, if I were a dog, I would love to be in this job. I mean, you're getting played with nonstop. Your mind's constantly working, and you serve a purpose. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
One of the other things that we can say about Ranger in particular is Doug feels comfortable, and so do I. We would put a muzzle on him, but one of the things is in limited capacity, looking at the situation totally, we could even look for, say, a missing autistic child or something like that with him. He's got a
Awesome.
really good personality. And in addition to Doug's experience with him and his experience, it's a kind of a case-by-case basis, but it's something we could use him for if we needed to. And it's kind of that outside, just beyond catching bad guys.
That's great to know. Actually, that's really good. Well, thank you. Unless there are other questions, I think that's great. He looks really good too.
He's a good dog. He has a good
Yeah.
personality. Gets along with everybody and other animals. So we're happy with him.
Very good. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Master Sergeant Richards, is there anything else?
No, ma'am, I think just we're happy to have the dogs. Both dogs are assigned to patrol teams. Both teams have really taken to having a dog on the team. It's a little bit of an extra burden on the other officers on the team because obviously with the dog, they can't do the transports if they arrest somebody, but all of us are putting down training aids or helping with the daily and weekly training that goes on. And it's fun to have the dogs around and it's exciting.
Great. Well, it sounds like it is. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. And Patty, are you liking this canine unit?
Yeah, I mean, I've been an advocate for Ranger all along, and he's a good pup. And Iggy and he's fun. He's one of those, everybody knows a dog that when he comes to say hi, he has to lean on you. And he's one of those kind of dogs. So they're fun to be around.
Awesome.
They add a little difference to the day for all of us.
That makes it fun then.
Yes,
That's
it
good.
does.
Well, thank you very much. You guys be safe and be well out there.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. So next we have Police Records Unit Safety Measures. I see Michelle. I
Yes.
think I do. There you are. Hi, Michelle.
Here I am. Not as exciting as the dogs, but so my name is Michelle O'Hearn, for those that don't know me. I have been here for almost 6 years. I work with 5 other record specialists up here. We work around the clock 24/7. Our main goal is to help officers out in the field. We're able to get them information that they need, say going to a DV call. We can get them history at that residence and whatnot, running criminal histories. We also enter warrants from our municipal court, enter orders into the system. along with a lot of other things. So we are a vital part of the PD here. When our lobby closed last March, because of COVID, we kind of had to figure out different ways of still helping the public and limiting our contact with them. So the first thing that we did was install an intercom outside of our lobby. So people come up to the station, they can simply push a button and we can see them on camera, find out what they need and help them that way. That's worked out great. A lot of times the main reason a lot of people come here is to renew pet licenses, to get their concealed pistol licenses, or to make an alarm payment, something like that. So we have installed brochure holders outside of our lobby. They have all those applications in there. They can drop their payments off. We installed a drop box for them to do that as well. One of the things we did was we were able to get a new pet license program, which allows the public to actually go on to the site and fill out their application, register their pets, renew them, and pay online. We did that as well with the same company for our alarms. People can get online, register them, pay for it online. That system is taking a little bit longer than the pet license system. We're hoping to have that up in the next couple of weeks. One thing we did after the lobby was closed was we were still fingerprinting people for concealed pistol licenses. At some point later last year, we decided that we weren't really comfortable having our volunteer do that. You have to stand very close to someone, obviously, for about 10 minutes while you fingerprint them. So we have started outsourcing our fingerprinting to private companies. They do that portion of it, and then we do the background. So we have no contact with that person whatsoever. Aside from that, one of the biggest things we did just to keep our records staff safe was we were able to put up plexiglass partitions between each of the records desks. And let's see here. I think that's about it. So we feel very comfortable when the lobby does eventually get opened that we can do that safely. And one positive that did come out of COVID was just that we were able to kind of get up to speed with what other agencies were already doing, which is doing everything online and having their citizens be able to just accomplish all of that in one place.
Deputy
That's about
Mayor.
it. Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle. Quick question on the new systems for both the alarms and the pets. Does that system allow you to send reminders to people that have, like, on the annual basis for renewal?
It does. So actually, which is something that's really going to save a lot of money, we typically mail those out at the beginning of the end of the year, usually around October. Those will now be all sent out by email to people to remind them to renew their pet licenses, and same thing for alarms. Everything goes out by email.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is probably, it might be a little premature, I don't know. With all of what we're doing online, my assumption is even when things do get somewhat back to being able to open, you would keep a majority of those services online. Is
Yeah, people always have the option of coming to the station. They have the option of mailing in their applications. You know, a lot of older people aren't really that tech savvy, so they prefer to do it by mail or just coming to the station, and we'll always have that service available to them.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions? No? Thank you, Michelle. Great job, you guys. 24/7. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Okay, then we have, last but not least, collision response team.
Yes, thank you. I think I know everybody, but my name's Mark Cooey, Assistant Chief here. So late last year, the chief directed that we develop a collision response team. And what that means is that we advertised for a sergeant and 3 officers. We then selected folks. The sergeant that was selected was the one that you just met, Master Sergeant Patty Richards. And what the collision response team is a small group that will have advanced training to respond to serious injury and fatal collisions. We have anywhere from 3 to 6 to 9 of those that would fit that designation. We are currently getting advanced training for some of these officers. Patty, Sergeant Richards, had already had the advanced, actually technical level training. So that was why it was easy to select her. And some examples might be, also special circumstances where perhaps a city vehicle is involved in a collision, or multiple vehicles, a school bus, something like that, that's a little more complicated, to where we want someone with a higher level of training. And then lastly, they would be the link to another agency. If we needed to rely on additional resources, then they would make that determination whether we ask for a county or an allied agency to assist us. I think that's really the main points that I wanted to share, unless anybody has any questions about that.
These are all internal, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. And this was late 2020 that we implemented this?
Well, we began that by drafting an announcement, selecting people, drafting policy and protocol. And so we actually have a call out protocol, and we've just now implemented this.
Okay, great. And I know it's still early, but in terms of their responding, have they had to respond a few times, once, or none?
None, since this is brand new for us. We have, as you know, as council knows from us recognizing officers that have done life-saving efforts, a lot of times those have been surrounding critical collisions. And so since this has been developed, we've not yet, knock on wood, had to respond to a serious injury or fatal collision with the team.
That's great. Would they respond outside of the city or just inside the city?
Inside the city.
Okay. Good to know. Very good. Any questions? Councilmember Martinelli.
No questions. Just want to say that I think it sounds like a great idea, and glad that we're doing it. Thank you.
Yeah, totally agree. So anything else we need to bring up? Questions we need to ask in general? Other than, why aren't we in Arizona too? I can't think of any other questions that I might have. The two of you? No?
I'm good as well.
All right, so could we get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. We're all call it good for 4:25. Thank you all.
Thank you all for all you do.
See you soon.
Thank you.